All right, let's go over how I made Supercharged with Reo Cragun. This is the first song me and Reo made together outside of Gorgeous. We made Gorgeous together January of 2022, right after Overstimulated came out. He came to a writing camp I was doing in Malibu. And then I think we made that pretty quick and we're like, oh dude, we should like work on way more music together. And then he flew out in March of 22, a couple months later, and I had just moved into my old house. And it was my first time living in a house in LA, so we could stay up as long as we wanted, like do whatever. And we made this in like 20 minutes. We had already made Gorgeous together that month before, and then we made this. And after we made this, we were like, dude, we need to make a project together. So we've made, Criteria was 8 tracks. We probably have at least 50 together, if I had to guess, that we kind of brought down into this. But in those early days, right after we made Supercharged, there was a slew of demos, and a lot of it was me going to Vegas, where he was living at the time. Now he's in LA, but it was me going to Vegas to make a bunch of shit with him coming back here to make a bunch of shit with me. But yeah, all of Criteria started with this song, and it's kind of like poetic that it ended up being the first single. And so a lot of the project was him recording some and sending it to me, him taking some time to write. But this one, we recorded everything in the session, which I had just got a mic setup, I think, that I really liked. It's the same mic setup I have now. It's a BAE 1073 into a distressor into the Mojave MA200. And at the time, my vocal chain was bad, and he was one of the first people that let me know how bad it was. So as I walk through this, there might be like a few cringy moments, like production-wise, that I would never do again. Like I'm looking at this right now, and this is just absurdly bad. Well, it's not bad. It's just like so complicated. My chain now is a lot more intentional. But regardless, still really proud of the song, and yeah, let's see if you can find something useful from it. So I haven't really been going through vocals because a lot of those are dry. Since this one was fully recorded at the crib, I'll start with the vocals here. So obviously came in super hot with these. Let me just solo the vocal group. Just absurdly resonant chains.
500 horse in a sports car.
Let me see if I can unfreeze this. I wonder if I can like go through these take lines and see, because that's such a demo-y take. I think that's like as we were coming up with it. Oh, okay, a lot of them are offline. That makes sense. Let me hear this real quick. So I wonder if there's just any funny dialogue in here. Yeah, anyways, I guess nothing too funny, but nice. But yeah, again, same thing as gassing you up, just mumble vocals to start it.
500 horse in a sports car.
Basically, this entire chain is me compensating for not knowing what a compressor does at the time. Still don't really know, but now I use them more. So here's the chain that's on the whole group. So we have Fab Filter Pro C happening twice. I'm guessing this is a high pass. Pro C, please. I bet it's not even in vocal mode. Nice, it's not. Cool. Pro C, default preset. Oh wait, was it? I don't think it is. No, it's not. Glue compressor, EQ, getting rid of some mids barely. De-esser, EQ getting rid of mids. Sidechain that turns on during the chorus. Ozone 9, what the fuck. Just getting rid of making the lows mono. Going into the groups right here. This is during the chorus.
I feel it, the vibe, I keep it alive, I chase the high. I feel it, the vibe, I keep it alive, I chase the high.
So funny, you can still hear the metronome right there. because Reo blasts shit on headphones and I had my gain all the way up. But I mean, if I were to do it today, I would put NS1 on this chain. But yeah, CLA2A, auto-tune, gem dopamine to make it brighter, and some H delay. This chorus is, he says, I'm feeling the vibe, I keep it alive, I chase the high until I'm supercharged. I always thought that he was saying, I fuel it the fire, I keep it alive, like you would keep like an ember alive, because I always thought that was dope. So I never really told anyone what the lyrics were because I thought both were cool. So if some people heard it as a fuel it the fire, I keep it alive, versus I'm feeling the vibe, I keep it alive, I didn't really care, but now you know.
I feel it, the vibe. I feel it, the vibe.
Because right there, you can, a feeling, when he says feeling, like it sounds like a fuel it, like you can, I don't know, but I always thought that was cool.
I feel it, the vibe. I keep it alive.
Oh, this is when I was starting to get, like, you know, nasty with the vocoder. So that's this layer right here.
I feel it, the vibe. I keep it alive. I chase the high.
Shout out Harmony Engine.
I feel it, the vibe. I keep it alive. I chase the high.
It doesn't even register all those notes, but fuck it. So those are the vocals, basically. I mean, just unnecessary amount of stuff. I mean, if I could do anything differently now, I would say, I would tell myself when I was making this to not overthink it so much and not do things. I had also, the other thing is I had just gotten this computer. And so I was trying to max the fuck out of the CPU. I was just like, you know what? Because I had PTSD from my previous two computers where I just kept running into so many issues, and it wasn't even because of torrenting plugins. I guess my first computer, I was torrenting everything, but the second computer, I was buying all my plugins because I had just started making money off music. So I was like, I'm going to just buy shit so I don't have any issues. And I kept buying it, and I still had issues. And when I got this computer, I maxed out everything. Like, it's the full 64 gig RAM, 8 terabyte thing. It was just unnecessary. But I think a lot of the early days with this computer was me trying to test, like, okay, how much can I actually do? And as you can see, I could do a lot, because this is an absolutely stupid amount of shit to have on. Like, everything is FabFilter. I didn't use any Ableton shit, like auto-tune, 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 compressor, compressor, compressor. And this is only frozen, not because of the project. It's frozen because I bounced stems. Like, this was working normally. So yeah, pretty absurd. So there's a shit ton of vocal stuff going on here. Like, as you can see, there are, I don't know, let's find out. There are, oh damn, it's a lot of tracks. There are 170 tracks in this project. It looks like 44 of those are vocals. Like 25% of this project file is vocals. So that's kind of unnecessary, but I just tried to, I don't know, I wanted it to feel huge. I was like really perfectionist-y about the layers and all of the additional small stuff.
Let them know.
All those little effects and flangers and shit. But yeah, those are the vocals. I kind of breezed over it, but there's no point in like going over like ad-lib processing. Bunch of effects right here. Nice. This is the bulk of the instrumental. So the bass is Sublab, and I had a lot of success using Sublab when I made my song Bittersweet with Deegan. So I wanted to kind of have that kind of tone with a little bit more of a rap performance over it. So that's what that is. Sounded pretty good with the sidechain. And I really like the triplet, the little triplet thing was pretty cool. And this was when I started realizing how powerful the init preset was. Like, all of Criteria started here. So here we go. Init preset, fucking 7 voices with a distortion, diode 1, and a phaser, and nothing else. And then, what's up, cat? Right here we have some Mellotron as a layer with this. I want to say this right here. This thing was really one of the core elements of the song, is this. My roommate DLG walked in at the time and he was like, you have to keep that in there. So really like this, like weird lead thing. Like there were so many, like I was definitely doing too much when I made this, but it kind of worked out. This is a sample that I flipped from the glitch mob. Oh, where is it? It's somewhere in here. Oh, it's in the second chorus. It's right here.
In town, supercharged.
And so a lot of the body of it is the same, but oh, I can't unfreeze it. Oh yeah, I can. So we're gonna go over here, clip, transposition, and I really like made a melody out of it. So this is the sample. It's just that, but then I made this entire melody like on the bottom there. You can see I'll make it bigger. And then this is, I think, this is without all the processing. With processing. Just honestly thinned it out, made it a little bit more reverby. What else is going on in this one? Just wanted these drums to feel pretty electronic, but this is when I was really trying to find the identity or the mix between the electronic and rap shit. Looking back, I had no idea what my identity was at the time, and I'm still like really looking for that. But yeah, I just remember trying to find some sort of a balance of like, how does this sound live, or how can I make this work in a live context, you know? So it's just hella rides, like rides, crashes, 4 to the floor, like little cymbal moments and stuff like that. Even small little like huge claps like this. Even having this feel a little bit more just alternating hats. This Tim hat right here is one that I used in OP as well. But yeah, that's basically like the bulk of this one. Was just, I wanted it to feel like, I wanted part of it to feel like it was a chorus, and I wanted part of it to feel like it was a drop. So this was the chorus part. Like having Reo's vocals on that still made that feel like it was an extension of a chorus. And having the Supercharged tap line still felt like that. And then I wanted this part to be a little bit more like a drop. By having the lead thing instead of Reo's vocals. Back to a chorus thing. And then a tiny automation right here. Again, to make it a little bit more electronic.
I feel it, the fire, keep it alive. I feel it, the fire, keep it alive. I chase the high.
And then just a nice, clean way of ending it with the vocoder.
I chase.
Clipping as fuck, as you can see.
I chase the high.
Don't know how I got rid of the clipping, but I did somehow. But yeah, this was the song that started all of Criteria, so I would do this so differently if I did it today, because I made this a year and 2 months ago. But yeah, nonetheless, I still love the song. And this is one I'll probably end up playing live at some point. Supercharged.